Okay, so when you think of a fighter jet, what comes to mind? Probably speed, right? Missiles, epic dogfights. But what if I told you that's not even half the story? What if these incredible machines are really just pawns in a global chess game where national pride, secret technology, and strategic alliances are the real prizes? All right, let's get into it.
So here they are. These are the key players in our story today. You've got the American F-16, the Russian Su-35, the French Rafale, and then you have the rising stars from China, India, and Pakistan. Each one of these jets tells a fascinating story about the country that built it, their ambitions, their rivalries, and yeah, their secrets.
And that leads us right to the big question of this whole explainer. What is their most powerful weapon? And I'll give you a hint. It's not the missiles and it's not the cannons. The real answer? Well, it's something you literally can't see.
To really understand that, we've got to start with the classic rivalry, the one that basically defined modern air combat for decades, the United States versus Russia.
In one corner, you've got the American F-16 Fighting Falcon, the absolute workhorse of the West. And in the other corner, the Russian MiG-29 Fulcrum, the formidable Soviet answer. I mean, this matchup, it was the stuff of Cold War legend. But here's the thing about the F-16. It didn't just fight, it totally dominated the market. We're talking over 4,600 built, flown by more than 25 different countries. It became the ultimate tool of American foreign policy. See, when you buy an F-16, you're not just buying a plane. You're buying into the U.S. alliance. Just look at Turkey. Their recent approval of Sweden's NATO bid was directly tied to them getting a new batch of these very jets.
Now, what's really wild is that the F-16, technically, it's not a stealth fighter at all. But, after decades and decades of upgrades, it's learned a few tricks to kind of disappear.
It's a system called Have-Glass. Think of it as this top-secret radar-absorbent paint. It's like a special stealthy coating that just makes the jet way harder to pick up on enemy radar, particularly from the front. And that is one of the big, classified secrets that keeps this nearly 50-year-old design a serious threat even today.
And the F-16 isn't the only American jet hiding some secrets. Its naval cousin, the F-18, has an even crazier story. I mean, one of its variants is unofficially credited with shooting down the supposedly untouchable F-22 Raptor. How in the world is that even possible?
Well, by not playing fair. This is the EA-18G Growler, a jet that fights with electrons, not just explosives. Sure, it can blind enemy radars, but its real secret weapon is something called network attack. It's believed that it can literally hack into enemy air defense systems and inject false data, making them see ghosts, planes that aren't even there. In a training exercise, it used this electronic wizardry to get a simulated kill on a stealth F-22, which just proves that in modern combat, whoever controls the information controls the sky.
But the old guard is being challenged, big time. China has officially entered the ring with its own powerful and, let's be honest, controversial designs.
And leading the charge for them is the J-10 fighter. It's a really capable jet for sure, but it's got a very mysterious family tree.
Okay, so this is probably one of the biggest open secrets in the world of aviation. The J-10, it looks suspiciously like the IIA Lavi, a canceled Israeli fighter from back in the 80s that, get this, was itself based on the F-16. Now, of course, both China and Israel deny it, but that resemblance is so strong, it really suggests there was some kind of secret tech transfer that basically jump-started China's entire modern fighter industry.
And this global chess match, it also plays out in these really intense local rivalries. And nowhere is that clearer than between India and Pakistan.
So what you're seeing here are two jets that were practically born to face each other. On the left, we've got India's Tejas, and on the right, the JF-17 Thunder, which is a joint Pakistani and Chinese project.
And this chart tells you everything about their different strategies. India's Tejas, that thing is the result of a grueling 30-year-long quest for complete self-reliance. Pakistan's JF-17, on the other hand, built with China, is all about being a pragmatic, cost-effective solution. But look closer. Notice the engines. India relies on the US, and Pakistan relies on Russia. It just goes to show you, in geopolitics, even self-reliance has its own dependencies.
But what if you don't want to choose between the US, Russia, or China? Well, then you go to France. The superpower of the Dassault Rafale is something called Omni-Roll. It's basically the Swiss Army knife of fighter jets. One single plane can do it all. Air superiority, deep strike, reconnaissance, all in the same mission, without ever needing to land and change equipment. That incredible flexibility, that's its killer feature.
And boy, does it sell.
By beating American and Russian jets in massive deals with countries like India and the UAE, the Rafale has become France's primary tool of foreign policy, allowing it to build influence completely independent of other superpowers.
But the Rafale's deepest secret is something called Spectra. It's not just a jammer, it's a cognitive electronic warfare suite. So what does that mean? It means it can analyze enemy signals in real time and then choose the absolute best way to deceive them. It's almost like a form of electronic judo, and that is what makes it one of the most survivable non-stealth fighters in the world.
So are you seeing the pattern here? What's the common thread? From the US to France to China, we've seen a pattern emerge. The real fight isn't just happening in the physical world, it's happening in the electromagnetic spectrum. When you really boil it all down, it's the hidden advantage that truly matters. You've got the American Growler's ability to attack networks, the French Rafale's incredible cognitive EW, and, this is also where you start to see potential weaknesses. Russia's electronic systems are seen by many as overhyped, while China's hardware is excellent, but its battle networks may still be playing catch-up.
And this brings us right back to our original question. The most powerful weapon isn't a missile. It's invisibility. And I don't just mean being invisible to radar. I mean being electronically invisible. The ability to see everything, while your opponent sees only what you want them to see. That is the new battlefield, and the secret to dominating the skies of tomorrow.